Good evening. Unless it's not evening where you are, in which case, good whatever time of day it is where you are. I hope you're doing good. That song, by the way, was called As You Can See With Your Eyes, except you can't. Now you can see with your eyes. It's called Blockheads, and it was from the Rocket Riot soundtrack, which you can listen to on Spotify. See? This is Spotify. Bet you didn't know that. Good morning, Brian. Good evening, Seme. This game actually came out on Steam recently, and I got it. It's really, I feel like it was always an underrated game. Never really got that much attention, but it was pretty good. It was originally like an Xbox Live Arcade game in like 2009 or something. It was actually really old, but just like last week, it got put on Steam with like more stuff. and I bought it and I've played some of it, and it's pretty fun. And it has all of 1 reviews on Steam, which is kind of sad. I should review this game, but not right now. I'll give it an actual decent review. Most of the people seem to have gotten it for free who reviewed it, and those don't count in this counter. But I will give it a positive review because I like this game, and it's cheap. $10. It was $9 when I bought it because it was 10% off for the launch sale. That's how things work. But we're not going to play Rocket Riot right now, at least. I might play it at some point on stream. Maybe not tonight. But what's important right now is Burnout. You've got homework to do for your interview Monday. I have so much homework to do this weekend. Like, literally everything is due on Halloween. Like, every single thing. I can go down the list here. Let's see. Okay, well, one of the things is due on Sunday, but let me preface this by saying that I'm not going to do any homework on Halloween, or at least try not to. Which means everything that's due on Halloween on Monday, I have to finish by Sunday. We don't care about cutscenes. So I have an English response paper due on Sunday. It's not that bad. It's just like a page or two, probably take like an hour or so. I have a psychology assignment, which isn't that bad, except I'll have to meet up with someone on campus to do that. So that's going to probably take like 2 or 3 hours just because I have to like go there. For math homework that's due on Tuesday, but I'll be busy on Tuesday with work and on Monday because Halloween. So I'll have to do that by Sunday as well. Actually, I maybe could do that Halloween day when I get home, but regardless, that'll probably be another couple of hours, and then I have a computer science project that is due on Halloween, which will probably take many hours. So that is fantastic. That's pretty much my whole weekend spent doing homework and stuff, so don't expect me to stream, unless of course I do for some reason, which is a possibility. You're gonna spend Halloween night in a grocery store. My parents turn our house into like this haunted house every year, and they have a big party where they invite all their friends over, and we all hang out. So I'm pretty much forced into attending that since, you know, it's at my house and I can't really leave my house. And because it's kind of fun, get to give out candy to kids. Get to see all the people pretending to be Donald Trump. You're watching spoopy movies with your mom for Halloween. Also butt movies. Yeah, Buttspot would watch butt movies. Reminds me of Putt Putt, that game series. Putt Putt goes to the zoo. So yeah, we are exactly where we left off. Let's do a road rage to start, because I like road rage. Also, let me know how the audio level is. Is the game too loud? Is the game too quiet? Is my voice bursting your eardrums? You're doing a double feature, Misery and Shutter Island. Don't think I've ever heard of either of those before. My mom loves Hocus Pocus, the Disney movie, so she watches that most every year. I don't know if she has this year yet. But yeah, the haunted house is pretty cool. It's gotten to the point where my parents have to start in September in order to finish on time, doing all the decorations. Game volume is a touch loud. I can definitely fix that. It is a loud game, I feel like. Lots of crashes and loud music. That should have been a takedown. Alrighty. I need a 2 takedowns in like 15 seconds here. Might not happen. Well, there's one. There we go. Where'd that car go? Can we... Oh, yes, we can. Get an aftertouch takedown. It's pretty easy. Does anyone else have anything to say about the volume, or are we just going with it's a tad loud? Let me just decrease the volume. It's currently at... I don't know if I actually decreased it at all. Volume's getting to the point where it's like less than 1 bar on XSplit. So let me know if that made the game better at all. And if not, I can decrease it further. Better for you? Alright. Oh man, no threats were found, according to Windows Defender. Thank you. I've now been defended. My PC was scanned 1 time. Also, I lost. Well, I got silver. I will leave it at that for now. We'll restart your device outside of active hours. No thank you. So apparently, Best Buy was doing a flash sale earlier today, where you could buy some amiibos for like $2. So, if you remember me talking about amiibos on the stream yesterday, for a moment or two, I think I said I had 35. Well, in the course of the past 24 hours, I have purchased 6 more, so it's now will be 41. I bought 5 from Best Buy. Let's see, Fox, Falco, Ryu, and then 2 of the Animal Crossing ones. Tom Nook and Mabel, I think. For a grand total of $17 for all 5, which was pretty good, I'd say. And then I was interested in a Meta Knight amiibo, the Smash Brothers one specifically, because I have the Kirby Series one, but I really want that Smash Brothers one to go with my other Smash Brothers ones. And I was just looking on GameStop to see what they had, and they said that they had a used one at the local GameStop that is fairly close to me. So I went over there at like 6:30. And it was mislabeled on their online thing. They said they had a Smash Brothers one, but it was actually just the Kirby one. So that was disappointing. I did not get that one. And I actually kind of wanted it for like years, like literal years, to the point where back at the peak of the amiibo craze, I had actually ordered one online from Amazon Germany, I think, for like $30, including shipping. but then I returned it, or refunded it, because I gained some sense. But then I decided, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna buy it. I'm gonna go on eBay or wherever and buy Smash Brothers Meta Knight Amiibo. And believe it or not, I actually found one under retail price from the UK though. So it has to ship from the UK to the US, and it'll take like a month to do so. I hit the signpost that ruined my trajectory. One, I need that Crash Breaker as fast as possible. You have one, in parentheses, one amiibo. You have Ganondorf. I do not have Ganondorf. Also, thank you for the host, Silver Sonic. I appreciate it. This is not going to be gold. We have Link. Oh, this is kind of close to gold, actually. But not all the way. Link has Link. Can you believe it? I actually don't have Link either. I have 2 Link, but not regular Link. There we go. That's better because that time I didn't hit the pole. Getting food, alright. Enjoy your food. And thanks for stopping by. Who are we avenging? Toady. No, we're not avenging anyone named Toady. Is this... I didn't even have time to kill the target car. That's disappointing. I disagree with the ruling on the field. I should have had enough time to get that target car. Again, regardless, avoid the pole. And... alrighty, I like this layout. How's the bus escaping? Oh, I screwed that up. That's not full power. It's almost full power, though. I need to get that bus. Am I getting the bus? Am I anywhere near the bus? No. I am nowhere near the bus. Oh, I got the target car. Can someone else crash? No. Alrighty, one more try. Typo humor can be funny if it's done properly, I feel like. Alrighty, I feel like maybe there's somewhere I can go in the Crash Breaker, crash into more people, but I don't know it. There might be like a game or two of jackpots, I don't know yet. What I really need to do is do a Crash Breaker next to that oil tanker. But I said this would be the last attempt. JKO is pretty amazing. Yeah, honestly, I think of all the games, that's my favorite. And just turning quick training on makes all the difference. Hey Vinny, how are you doing? Oh man, I got an award for blowing up 22 vehicles, specifically 22. Not 23, not 21. But maybe 47 million. For all we know, 22 and 47 million could be the same number. I'm doing alright, thanks for asking. Had to get up at 7 a.m. this morning. Actually earlier than that, like 6:40. That's what I set my alarm for. Because I had to register for classes like I mentioned last night. And guess what? It went terribly. As I expected. You see, I'm a computer science major, for those who don't know. And I'm also a math minor, but that's not particularly relevant because after this semester, I'll be done with that. So I'm not particularly looking to take any more math classes, although I may be considering one as an elective. But basically, by the time I was even allowed to register, because it's structured so that seniors who are like senior scholars, which means they're better than other seniors, I guess, and also athletes, get to register first, and then regular seniors get to register after that, and then you have junior scholars and athletes get to register after that, and then you get to juniors, just the regular juniors, which is where I am currently. So by the time registration got to me, the two 300 level computer science electives that were being offered this semester had already filled up to capacity. Which meant that I am probably not going to have a computer science class this semester unless somehow by a miracle I get an override, even though I haven't even requested one yet, and I don't know if I will. So I had to, for a gen ed requirement, I have to take a visual arts class. So I actually did get the one I wanted of that, which was Intro to Painting. So I figured, hey, painting's kind of cool. How do I keep crashing into things? They also had Intro to Drawing, but I figured I can draw whenever I want. I don't have as much ready access to paint. I just realized when I'm doing so poorly, traffic goes the wrong way in Asia. And I'm crashing into the wrong way traffic. So I need to drive on the left to avoid those. But that would not have helped that crash there. So I got the art class, but then I'm taking, okay, so beyond the art class, here's the classes I'm taking, okay, I'm taking a psychology class, I'm taking another psychology class, and then I'm taking a third psychology class, because that's how my schedule worked. I was thinking about maybe getting a psychology minor, and maybe trying to get two psychology classes next semester, but I never really wanted 3. I feel like 3 classes of anything is a bit much. So I'm gonna see what's available schedule-wise in the upcoming days. See if maybe someone drops out of something. Oh, I got an achievement. Cool. So I can replace one of my psychology classes with something else. If I had, arguably, even though I got the right arts class, I probably got the wrong time slot for it. I chose the 9 to 11 a.m. time slot instead of the noon to 12 Or the noon to 12. That's a very short class, noon to 12. Noon to 2. You might be asking yourself, Tin, why did you pick the class that was earlier in the day instead of the one that was later in the day? And the answer is I'm an idiot. But there's one math class that I would consider taking as an elective, and that happens to be the same days as the art class at 9 o'clock to 10:15. So I need to contact a person, which I really should have already contacted them, about seeing if I can get an override into the other time slot. And if I can do that, then I can get the math elective and remove one of the psychology classes. Never take classes before noon if I don't have to. Oh, believe me, I have to. I have not had a semester yet where I have had no 9 o'clock classes. At least they don't have 8 o'clock classes. I have to buy the paints. Well, paints aren't that expensive, right? I mean, they're not millions of dollars. And I do have money. Some. Like, I have just enough money where I can buy things if I want them, but not enough money where I can really do anything with it, if that makes any sense. You have 7:30 a.m. classes? Oh, that sucks. You actively wait to take classes if they're before 10. Well, the issue with waiting until later to get a class has to do with the fact that my college prides itself on having small class sizes. So you might see where this is going, which is to say, it's hard to get into classes. Like, you've got maybe 5 seconds to register once registration's open before some classes fill up. You never took a class before 9 a.m., but that's because he had a 2-hour commute to class. That is a very long commute. And 1-hour commute is pretty long as well. My commute is only like 25 minutes. But yeah, I'm trying to decide between whether I'd rather take 3 psychology classes in one semester or take a 300 level math class as an elective. Like, can someone please slap me and say, Tin, what in the world are you doing taking a 300 level math class as an elective for fun? Like, why would you do this, Tin? Why would you do this to yourself? And there's a lot of proof writing in it as well, from what I've heard. But it also has a lot of set stuff, which I do like that, so. How small? Yeah, that's a good question. Most classes are between, I would say, 15 to 25 students, and there's like 0 pretty much classes with more than 30 students. So oftentimes there are multiple sections of classes, and oftentimes there aren't multiple sections of classes, and oftentimes there simply aren't enough classes in general, like it's the case with computer science right now. And really, since I've been there pretty much, because one of the teachers is on, or one of the professors is on a sabbatical, which means he's not teaching, and that means they're short on professors to teach. You're 23, you have no idea what to do with your life, and you're $20,000 in debt. Well, I am 20, I have no idea what to do with my life, and I don't really have any debt, but I don't like to brag about not having debt. See, the trick is to just murder all the people who you're indebted to, so that way you don't have to pay them anymore. And if you're indebted to a corporation, well, corporations are people too, so you can murder them as well. Marry you? Well, we'd have to date for a long time first. And I kind of don't think I really want to do a long-distance relationship. Don't know if it's my thing. Don't marry children. But Seme's not a child, I'm the child. Child can marry whoever he wants to. You were joking. I'm sorry, Seme. Define a long time. Oh, I almost got the vertical takedown. Yes, that's how I define a long time. Almost getting a vertical takedown. Exactly that amount of time. No, like, honestly, how long would I want to date someone before marrying them? Like, at least a couple years, probably. I mean, I guess it depends on the person and the situation and how old I am and stuff like that, but... Yay, signature takedown. Well, see, the problem is, Seme, I don't have $20,000 of money. Like, I have money, but I don't have that much. So I can't pay off all your debt, even if I did marry you. So what would be the point of marrying you in the first place? Like, find someone with more money than me. Find someone who actually has a full-time job instead of a part-time job like me. I'll just spend my life making Taco Tom sequels. No, I'll spend my life making Everyday Stacker sequels. You're 25 and you have no debt. But no job. Well, no debt's a start. If Tinzone Games ever becomes an actual thing, I will hire everyone in here. Except not really. I hear it's a bad idea to hire your friends. Because if they turn out to be not good workers and then you have to fire them, they generally end up not being your friends anymore. and then things can be kind of awkward. That being said, if it did become a thing, I probably actually would hire a couple of friends. You're a good worker. But you're going to become a police officer, Brian. I don't need a police officer to help me develop games. Verbal contract, you all heard it, yes. Because we all know... what did that car do? That car went for takeoff or something. Yeah, we all know verbal contracts are just as legally binding as written contracts. I'm going to force you all to sign a non-disclosure agreement which states that you will never say anything bad about Taco Tom. You'll be security. I don't know if the little five-person operation that Tenzin Games would probably end up being would require a full-time security guard. Maybe your webcomic will take off. That would be cool. Have it really not crashed yet? That was a perfect lap. If I don't crash this race, I can get a perfect race. Taco Tom is dumb. You know, in some ways I kind of agree with you in terms of the actual game. There's not much to it. But I like the character. And I also like the characters, the other characters in the Taco Tom universe that I've made that no one else knows about. Because I haven't made anything within it yet. But there's my penguin avatar with the boombox on his head. That is actually a Taco Tom universe character called Side Note. Working name. And then there's a squid called Squiddy, or maybe Sapphire. They're both working names. And then there's a character from a thing I made a long time ago. Please don't crash. Called Sputnik, again working name. Well, his name's not really working, but in the Taco Tom universe it might be working. Yes, there is a Taco Tom extended universe. There are penguins and squids and aliens. Taco Tom should be rated M for meat. That's true. Let me see what you've posted. That's pretty good. I like the kind of minimalist colors you've got going on. I wish I could just like drag the image from Chrome directly to XSplit and have it appear on the stream, but that is not possible. So just imagine me displaying the image on the stream and saying, hey, that's a good image. And it is. Hey, I won without crashing. Told you it was important. We got a preview event. Let's not crash. Yeah, when I was a kid at like 9, 10, 11, I made a bunch of comics for fun. They were all in black and white, although I did start coloring one of them and then I just stopped midway through. So a couple of the older comics just have random splotches of color. Also, the gold medal time is 2 minutes flat. That is a car. That is also a car. That is very sketchy, what I just did. Oh, I crashed. I think I'm just gonna go for silver on this one. Whoa! Okay, car. Can we please stop this? Please, no more donuts. Avoid are all for the time being. What's going on, Brian? What has happened in the Reddit universe? I mean, to be fair, we should avoid are all at all times. Like, just avoid it all the time, because it's all bad. But yet the masochistic part of me looks at it all the time, so I'm one to talk. Every single post is the Donald. How has that happened? Is it a glitch, or has something happened that's caused that? There's an exploit. I wonder if that's a bannable offense, if they can just ban the sub for that. Even temporarily. Although I'm sure many people would complain about banning the Donald Trump zone of Reddit. And I mean, I guess they wouldn't be completely without merit, even though if it's just a CSS edit and like one person has done it, then that won't be a subreddit ban. It would just be a ban to the person, I guess. Yeah, it would just spread everywhere. But honestly, something I'd kind of like to see as an experiment, it would never happen, but it would be a neat experiment, is for Reddit to ban all politics subs except for one. And just say that all politics discussion has to happen in this one sub. It's like all the Clinton supporters, all the Trump supporters, all the Johnson supporters, all the everyone else supporters have to discuss it in the same subreddit. And that way it would hopefully maybe diminish sort of the hive minds that develop where you have the ultra left side and the ultra right side. They get farther to the extremes because they're so far removed from the other side that they can't see any sort of rational merits to the other side. Are you the only 20-something on Reddit without a Reddit account? Maybe. I mean, I'm a 20-something on Reddit with a Reddit account. 20-something on the internet without with a Reddit account. I'm not doing so well right now. But then again, these races you kind of don't have to do that well, except in like the last half a lap or so. Because like I'm already back in the lead after crashing 3 times. AI cars really tend to rubber band around you. There's a trick in this game that lets you go well past the maximum boost speed, actually, which I should probably learn. Because if you ever play this online, all the people online do that, and you have no shot at doing well if you don't know that trick. It has something to do with jumps, and doing a certain thing on the jumps, and you can maintain your speed. But it doesn't really matter for the CPU races, because they'll just rubber band around you anyway. Although I don't know if you did that trick, how well they'd be able to rubber band around you. Vroom vroom, hey Pinguino. How are you doing? We're having a wonderful discussion about the Donald. Actually, I don't think it's physically possible for a discussion about the Donald to be wonderful. Yeah, apparently, every post in RL is the Donald now. According to Brian. We should flood every post of RL with posts from our Tin Zone. It's a real subreddit, by the way. Check it out. There's like one post. I think it's from Pinguino. Wow, I want a car. Am I in the right tier? Yes, okay. Just double checking. You scrolled a few 100,000 pages in, and it's still just them. Somehow, I feel like that might be a slight exaggeration. I don't think you scrolled that many pages. Unless you can jump to a specific page, in which case maybe. I would like to see page 420 of our all, please, thank you. I think blacklisting a subreddit is an RES feature and also maybe a Reddit Gold feature. If you have Reddit Gold, you can also do it natively. Maybe you type the page number into the address bar. Yeah, maybe. That's a wall. So do you think this is like a single person who has caused this to happen? Or is it like a choreographed thing from the moderators of the Donald to break Reddit so that every post is the Donald? Or do we have no way of knowing that yet? Also, yeah, if you don't use RES yet, what are you doing? Like, use RES. It's that simple. Like, I would say RES is more essential to Reddit than FrancoFaceZ or Better Twitch TV is to Twitch. Actually, I don't know. They might be as essential. Everyone to vote yes. Because Vote is a better site than Reddit. Vote does not have all the racism that Reddit has. Whoa, that's a stunt there. Also, my comments about Vote were complete lies. Like, it's a complete cesspool from what I've seen of it. Yeah, I think I looked around at some Reddit alternatives kind of recently, and there weren't any that were good. As far as I could tell, Reddit seems to be the de facto internet form these days, I would say. You could even call it an internet form. I have the gold medal, but I have to keep going until I have an awesome rating that I can sustain for 20 seconds. Because otherwise I won't get 5 stars. I beat a challenge target. I don't know what it was, but I beat it. We should start our own Reddit and call it Reddit 2, and then be sued by Reddit 1 and lose. Such is life. I'm only gonna get 4 stars. "90 vehicles and traffic attack" was what I did, apparently. Eliminator. So how's everyone's day been doing? Is that a sentence that works? How has everyone been doing today? That's a better worded version of that sentence. Your day has done nothing. I had a nice work day today. What did I do? Not much, actually. There's a bunch of little things, like helping someone set up a label printer that they wanted set up, only to find that it doesn't work with their network and she has to buy the next model up and connect it via Ethernet. Because the model she has doesn't have an Ethernet port, which complicates things. And then I had to look into copying over a virtual machine on our servers, but they're running Windows Server 2008, and you can't do live copies of virtual machines in Server 2008, so that project cannot be done until maybe winter break or maybe summer break, because that virtual machine cannot be turned off. And then we got in the mail a neat little device that connects via Bluetooth and checks the quality of Ethernet cables and connections and gives you a bunch of neat data about them. It's called the POC Ethernet. which is an interesting name. Why did I drive directly into that car? Well, I got both of those guys, so we're good. Oh, that's bad. Come on, boost. Boost! You can do it! There we go, okay. I can catch up to this guy in 30 seconds. So he did it in 1 second. I told you I could do it. I missed him. And I have no boost. Well, that's probably it. Silver medal for me. Unless the AI crashes. Oh, he's right there. Nope. Page 49 is the first non-political post you see. It's a lot of pages. You just realized you don't know how to set up a comic page. Yeah, I don't know how you would do that. Would you use a Tumblr or a blog spot or a WordPress? I don't know much about blogs. I don't pay much attention to the blogosphere. Oh, how to draw one. Oh. I don't want to do the Grand Prix. They take time. You've reached the end of Reddit at page 54. It's a pretty short read. You can get through it pretty quickly. See, where do I want to crash? I want to land on top of the bus. Yes! I did exactly what I wanted to do. Question is that what I should have done? Oh, I see that target car. There's no way that target car is escaping. Nonetheless, I will target the car. Alrighty, 6 million. Make it 7, there we go. Wait, I don't have an awesome rating. How has this happened? How did I not get an awesome rating on the Crash Junction? Here's a 43 chapter Undertale / Donald Trump crossover fanfic. Oh dear. Hold on. I'm going to have to read this, aren't I? Are there any lemons in this story? Remember when lemon was a term? Well, I guess it still is. But, like, it's a weird term because it only exists in the fan fiction universe. I'm going to randomly go to a chapter. Let me go to this chapter called Disney Magic. Chapter 13. No, where's Donald? I need... Oh, God, these are long chapters. Or at least this one is. Maybe Devil's Night? Oh, this one's long, too. Trump. No mention of Trump in this chapter. Generally, you just say smut, but lemon is used by older writers. And also, like every fan fiction writer ever. Unless it's changed in like the past 3 years or something. This appears to be the only serious Trump fic on fanfiction.net. But I can't find any Trump. He's not in chapter 23. He's not in chapter 37. I mean, clearly he's not anywhere if he's not in those two chapters. Mania Megalo style. Trump. Oh, Trump's in this one. Okay. They're talking about Trump. It's not Trump in the story. Oh, here we go. Here's Trump in the story. Jenkins opened the door like he'd done it a million times before. The Donald was facing front instead of back this time, and he looked at the three people he could see with some disdain. Jenkins! Donald Trump's vocal cords boomed out in a very un-Trump-like inflection. I ordered you to bring them to Kansas, not here. Stop it, Char, Astriel said. We know it's you. The face relaxed, and a smile appeared on the Donald's face that was clearly not his own. Finally, sure took you long enough. You're always pretty slow, Az. I'm fast now, thanks to Frisk. I don't know who any of these characters are. Maybe because I'm randomly reading a passage from chapter 15. That might explain it. You still read fan fiction sometimes? I used to read fan fiction ironically. Really, like bad Sonic fan fiction ironically a few years ago for a bit. But I have not done that in a long time. Man, the first time I discovered that fan fiction existed, that was a weird week. Believe it or not, back in the day, I didn't know that fan fiction was a thing that existed. Like, I literally thought, back when I was a huge Sonic fanboy, and I thought that maybe Sonic and Amy would one day get into a relationship, I thought I was the only person who would ever come up with that idea. But then I found fan fiction one day, and I was probably in like 9th grade, which is kind of embarrassing, but I was kind of obsessed with it for the next week or so because I was amazed that I was not the only person in the world who had come up with the idea of Sonic and Amy being in a relationship together. Yeah, fan fiction doesn't deserve the rap it gets, because, like, the concept of fan fiction, like, there's nothing inherently wrong with it. Like, you can write fantastic fan fiction, and, you know, it can be just as good as any novel you buy in the store, you know, the novel store. But the problem is, you know, because it's easier to write about other characters than it is to make your own characters. You end up with a bunch of, you know, like 13-year-olds writing stories that, you know, read like stories you would imagine a 13-year-old would write. And then there are some really amusingly bad ones. And then they're about characters you can relate to, because they're in other series. You've always had more trouble writing other people's characters. I can see that too. Because when you create your own characters, you know, they're your own. You can choose them to have, you can make them have whatever attributes you want them to have. But in working with other characters, you know, those attributes have already been set, and you have to work with them. You have to make sure that you're not making the character not too out of character. Bloodspot doesn't target anyone intentionally, but sometimes randomness happens. Hi, this is my first fanfic ever, so don't be harsh on me, okay? Also, yes, I know, it's called a bookstore, not a novel store. But I thought, hey, I can be funny by saying something that doesn't actually exist. But it turns out I was wrong. I do not remember Nuber. Oh wait, maybe I do? Tell me about Nuber. It sounds vaguely familiar. After I finish this race, I will see if I remember what Nuber wrote. He wrote fanfics that Tim made fun of. Oh, okay. That was your brother. But Pinguino, you don't have any brothers. How could it be your brother if your brother doesn't exist? Unless you've had a secret brother all along that I've known nothing about. I should do a live reading of My Immortal. That one sounds familiar. I don't remember anything about it, but I've heard of that fanfic before. Oh, it's the Harry Potter one. Someone needs to write smutty Taco Tom fanfiction. Like, that would be fantastic if someone could do that. What console is this game on? I'm playing it on the Xbox 360, although it's also available on the original Xbox and PS2. I will, if you really want to. Well, I mean, it's up to you. If you want to write smutty Taco Tom fanfiction, you're more than welcome to. Like, don't make it a novel. Please don't make the novel Smutty Taco Tom fanfiction, but if you just want to do a one-off chapter thing, go for it. We went to a bad fanfictions panel. That seems like it would be a good panel. I'm sure you could get a lot of material from that. You'll do that once you get frustrated with this comic page. I may or may not read it on stream, depending on two factors. One, if I'm still streaming when you're finished writing it, and two, depending on how smutty it is. You know, you can make it as smutty as you want, but if it's too smutty, I might not read it on stream. NaNoWriMo. I have not written any sort of novel or novella or creative writing anything since like 8th grade. Your smut gets pretty smutty. Hey, the smuttier, the better. What is the number of words you're supposed to write for NaNoWriMo. Oh, is this the poll about the sharks and the regular people? Yes. I voted for sexy sharks already. $50K. Yes, that's like a good 1,600 words a day. Like 6 or 7 pages a day. This was not the place to crash. But I mean, I guess you can write that more quickly than you can say like a scholarly paper where you have to make sure everything is factually correct. Whereas in creative writing there are no facts. 1,667 words on average per day. Yeah, I don't think I could write that many. I mean, I would love to be able to, but I don't think it's possible. You wrote 10K in 2 days when you won. I didn't know there were winners. Like, how... In what aspect did you win NaNoWriMo? Thank you, Pinguino, for giving us the floating point representation of how many words we have to write per day. Oh, I see buses. I'm coming for you, even though I already have gold. I'm coming for you anyway. Oops, I overshot you. Never mind. There are still explosions. Oh, so like winning is just finishing. Okay, that makes sense. Couldn't you just write like 50,000 words that are all the same word, copy and paste it over and over, or do they have checks for that? I guess they probably would. Reminds me of the book Ashens wrote called 50,000 Shades of Grey, where it's literally just the phrase shades of grey written 50,000 times in a book. You own that book? That's pretty funny. It was a bit too pointless for me to invest money in it. I did buy his Terrible O Games. You probably never heard of the book, though. That one's really cool. I got a high score. I'm insane. Well, I already knew that, but thank you for the reminder. The Great Harry Potter Adventure. This is the Nuber story to made fun of. The Great Harry Potter Adventure. Hi, this is my first fanfic ever, so don't be harsh on me, okay? Hi, it's me again. It is me again. Do you think the fanfic has started? 'Cause it hasn't. Ha 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 ha. I'm just wanted to remind you that I don't own the show I'm writing about. I wish I did, because I would make Hermione be my girlfriend. Lol 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 one. Anyways, on to the story that you clicked on with your mouse thing. Once upon a time, Harry was walking in Hogwarts and saw Ron and Hermione standing with a noter person that he did not know. This has to be satire, I would hope. Why would I read this? Because Brian linked it to me. I have to, and it's short. Oh, we randomly have audio again. Where did it go? And why is it back? I don't know. But regardless. Who is this? Said Harry, and Hermione said, Oh, this is Neo. He is awesome. I want to go out with him. Both Harry and Ron were sad because they were not as cool as Neo, and they wanted to go out with Hermione. What does he do to become so cool? Cool. He just is. We need to kill our dark arts professor, said Hermione. Right, why? Said Ron. You are an idiot. Ron, isn't it obvious? The dark arts professor is always evil and always brings about trouble. So we need to kill him now because the no bad thing will happen, said Harry. That won't be necessary. I already killed the new dark arts professor. Oh, did you now? Oh, you are so cool, Neo. How are you able to think ahead like that? I just am. Awesome. Suddenly, Demumbledore came in and threw a hamburger at Neo and said, Eat it, you fat ugly person! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Sorry, my little brother wrote that, not me. I just left it in there to show how stupid he is, lol. I hate my brother. Yeah, sure, that's definitely your little brother. Then Voldemort came and started trying to attack Harry, but Neo jumped up at him and punched him in the face, and the Voldemort fell down and died. And then Harry said, Wow, Neo, you are so cool. I wish I had thought of that. You are so smart. And Neo said, I know. And they laughed. And in the end, Hermione went out with Neo, and Harry became President of the United States. Of course he did. You know, he's the new Donald Trump. And everyone lived happily ever after, except for Ron, because his head exploded. Yeah, that happens. Nobody really cared, though. And everyone thought it was funny and lived happily ever after. The end. Lol. You can feel your IQ dropping. I felt mine drop as well. But I feel like it was necessary. And reading that story reminds me of some of the stories I wrote when I was a kid. Like when I was 8 years old. And tried to write a serious story about pregnancy when I was 8 years old. Imagine that wasn't very good. Although looking back at it, it is absolutely hilarious in some very weird ways. I feel like I might have linked it at one point before. Or actually, I think what happened is years ago I mentioned it in one of my streams, and then someone found it. Because it is available online if you look hard enough. Which is to say, find a Reddit post from like 5 years ago from an account that's now deleted. One of these days, I should just do dramatic readings of things I wrote when I was a kid and upload the videos to YouTube. Or do dramatic fan fiction readings. That works too. Dramatic readings of anything, really. Short stream. Well, when I said short, I meant less than 3 hours. Like, honestly, I expected that I would get tired kind of quickly because I had to get up at like 6:40 this morning and I got like 5.5 hours of sleep, so I thought, hey, I'm probably going to get tired soon, but I kind of want to stream. But I haven't gotten tired yet, so. You missed me reading a fanfic. That was a very bad fanfic. Jackbox or Riot. Do we want to move on to Jackbox now? If other people want to play Jackbox, do a round or two of what's the game called? Whiplash. That's it. And then TKO. Or maybe Gaspinage. We can do that. Is this the Taco Tom? You'll jack with me, Pinguino. Alright, that doesn't sound vaguely inappropriate at all. Oh no, this is not Taco Tom. This was uploaded in 2007. Oh, this is Fiction Press. This is the not fanfiction side website of fanfiction.net. I don't know, should I read this out loud, Sime? As I set up Jackbox? Bye-bye, 360. Until next time. Let's load up the party pack. Oh, you wrote it. Okay. I thought you linked a funny bad story, and I was glancing at it and was like, this doesn't seem terrible right off the bat. But now I understand. I did not ever upload anything to fanfiction.net or Fiction Press, although I considered it at one point. I wrote maybe like 5 pages of a Sonic fanfic and then deleted it because they were terrible. Hey, it's Jackbox. Where's my phone? It is a necessary aspect of this game. You know what else is a necessary aspect of this game? Changing channel details. Whiplash and TKO. Is there a hyphen in TKO? I don't know. I'm going to put one. Join. Select game. That one. Okay. Update. Time to stop trying to fix Skyrim. The new version of Skyrim. I bought Skyrim, the old version, for $5 and never played it. Alright, let's start with some good old-fashioned Quiplash. Also, if you weren't in the stream yesterday, you will need to sign in with your Twitch account into Jackbox TV, because last time I had an issue with someone spamming inappropriate things, so enabling that helped with the spam. Just keep that in mind if it says you can't join. That's why you gotta log in with Twitch. Alright. Quiplash 2. Let's start with the original prompts, I suppose. Then maybe we can make our own. Zakoi. Oh, I'm the three-eyed guy today. Hey, Pinguino. Hey, Fairy. Hey, Seme. Hey, Join Game. Hey, Link. But we're not funny. That's right. How could I have forgotten? That's why none of us have sub on Twitch. Because we're not funny enough for it. Semi claims to be hilarious, but is she really? Dun dun dun! Let's see, this might actually be it, maybe? 5 people is kind of the minimum for fun to be had, I would say. Let's wait a minute to see if someone else wants to join in. Otherwise, I'll press the button to go. Butts. Can you believe it? You mentioned me to EL. Thanks, Ping. Actually, I should probably mention myself in other places as well. And by other places, I mean one other place. To who? To the. You know, L is Spanish for the. He just mentioned me to the. It's like the entire world is represented by that one article. Or maybe the is an acronym for the House Explorers, which is an organization I just made up that doesn't actually exist. Alrighty, Pyoro says he's gonna join, so I'll wait for him. Hey, there he is. Alrighty. I think I'm gonna start now. I got 6 people, that's good enough. Pyro is funny. That's right, we can't let him in. He's too good at this.
Schmitty here. I'm thinking of a game that starts with a Q. That's right, Monopoly. Anyway, back to this.
How about Quiznos? Is Quiznos a game? Or is that not? That's a sub, isn't it?
Here's round 1. You'll get 2
Hey Tim. Oh, did I start the game without you? Oh, I'm sorry. And also, yes, you have to connect via Twitch.
You get points based on the percentage of people who like your answer, and a bonus if you get
Yeah.
more votes than your opponent. Go!
Actually, Tim, if you want to join in, I'll stop the game and start it again for you.
While the players enter their clips, audience members can try the audience play along on their devices.
You wouldn't mind? Alright. Yeah, we only had 6 people anyway, and the more the merrier, so let me kill this. Alrighty. Yeah, there should be a gear in the left corner of the jackbox.tv, and then you can add your Twitch account. There you go. Alrighty, that's the 7 we had, or the 6 we had, plus Tim. Alrighty, I don't think we're gonna have an 8th, so let's start.
Welcome to Quiplash. The voice you hear belongs to me, Josh Schmitty-Schmitzenstein. Good-looking group, judging by your names, anyway.
Just wait until you see our answers, then you won't say we're a good-looking group anymore.
Based on the percentage of people who prefer your answer. Have at it.
My questions were kind of meh, I would say. At least my answers were.
Time's running out. Use the safety whip if you need it.
Yeah, I wasn't particularly impressed. Yeah, 5 seconds, whoever it is, except by the time you hear this, time will be well up. Aw, Pinguino.
Great, let's see what we got here. First one. The worst thing to say during your Supreme Court Justice confirmation hearing. Okay, vote for your...
Wait, I have to finish this quest in my game, or listen up, retards. Yeah, those are both pretty bad things. Quite bad indeed. It is a bad word, but it works.
Moving on. If the Pied Piper really wanted to impress us, he'd get Blank to follow him. Put in your votes.
You get Conan O'Brien's Twitter account or 1 million people on Twitter to follow him. So, what's more valuable, Conan O'Brien or 1 million random people? That's the question here. I'd say 1 million people on Twitter is more, what's the word? More impressive. Because a lot of people, like, will just follow tens of thousands of people. Terrible drill sergeant would be constantly yelling, "My rifle is my life, it makes me shine," or, "Have a happy new year." Well, I'm wrong. It's true, I am wrong. Conan follows one guy. Oh, okay. I did not comprehend the joke. I have failed.
Next in the hopper, the ultra-rich have a spoon specifically for...
I like this question. When white privilege is served, or when dinner is served. I mean, the ultra rich have a spoon to check their privilege. Gotta serve up their privilege checking. That's a quiptality.
Coming up next, something enthusiastic you would yell at a Smash Mouth concert.
Aw, man. Shrek is love, Shrek is life. Or eat the egg, Smash Mouth. That's a lot of audience for one person. Yeah, it is. It's just, I guess the audience member, the one person has cloned themselves many times. Or there are 50 people who each identify as 1/50th of a person.
And next is, a great way to make a dolphin mad is to blank.
Murder its family.
It's voting time.
That'll do it. That will make a dolphin mad. Also, Asu. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Maybe that was a typo or something. I had never heard about Smash Mouth being forced to eat eggs before. It auto-submitted what you had. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, when you Asu a dolphin, it's very mad.
Next in line, something somebody named Dale would say.
What would Dale say? Would he say, I like NASCAR? Or would he say, I fired, but I missed. Then I fired, but I miss it. Presumably. Presumably there is a D in the end. There's always a D at the end. That's true, there's a D at the end of every Dale. Also at the beginning.
Round one is behind us. Let's see how you scored.
Pinguino! You have 420 points. You should be proud of yourself.
Interesting. I'm doubling all the point values.
Like, you should automatically win if you get that many points after round one.
Audience members, instead of just waiting around while the players type, try the audience play along.
Cannot get swiping on Android to say pancakes.
Time for the big reveal.
Dun dun dun.
Something creepy to hear a kid say.
I like to watch. Or
Favorite clip now.
hashtag MAGA. I mean, I'd be very concerned for a kid who was saying hashtag MAGA. You know, for multiple reasons. One, you shouldn't say any hashtag out loud. And two, the more obvious reason of, you know, MAGA. MAGA has it. MAGA is stands for Make America Great Again. It's Donald Trump's slogan.
That should come with spray-on cheese. Okay, vote.
I'm sensing some people have differing opinions on the purpose of spray-on cheese. That might be the single best quiplash I've ever
The
seen.
number one thing on Superman's bucket list. Vote away.
Write Jinguino fanfiction, or come back to life and make another bucket list. I don't know why I read those in the opposite order. Internet, no. If Jackbox breaks, hopefully you can refresh or rejoin the game and get back in.
Next one. A good sign your dog wears your clothes when you're not home.
There's fur on my cosplays, or there's a bone in the underwear drawer. Those are both good signs. Hey Dottie, how are you doing? I'm pretty good. Is there a rewards program in this channel? There is not, unfortunately. Do not have any such thing. You get rewarded by watching the stream and with Seme's presence.
Up next, a rejected superhero vehicle, the Blankmobile.
The Pattymobile, except that was not rejected. The Aquaman Mobile, or the really sad guy Mobile. $10 stamps and you get a free toaster. Well, really sad guy isn't dirty, so that's something you thought of.
Your next prompt is a terrible reply to the text, you up?
I see your stutter has returned. Or, I'm a human, not a directional construct. Stream delay, there's no intentional delay, although there is the delay that Twitch has on every stream, which is usually around 15 seconds. Yeah, Semi, I would vote for your answer. Even though the other answer was my answer. But we tied, so that's good.
Something you don't want to hear from the skydiving instructor strapped to your back. Ready, set, vote.
Oh no, these are pancakes, not a parachute. Your parachute might not be open. I read it wrong, let me restart. Your parachute might not open, but it'll be okay. You'll be fine. Yeah, for some reason, I usually have quality options these days for the past month or so, so maybe try going down to, like, medium. We thought it was, your parachute may not open, but I'll be okay. Screw you. I'm the only one who matters. No change in positions.
And now round 3, the last lash. This time you'll all be answering the same prompt.
Another acronym.
Come up with the phrase this acronym stands for.
Hung. This doesn't even have to be an acronym. Couldn't think of anything funny. Thing was too distracting. Yeah. Also, I'm kind of sad it doesn't look like the audience can contribute to this.
Okay, so
Like, have things pop up in the background like they could for the others. Okay, we have Hung. Hairy northern guy. Have no goals. Having nice gains. Healthy, normal Gungans. Huge, natural Germans. Or hell no, Gary. Hell nah, Gary. I ain't voting for no libertarian for president. That was a terrible accent, I apologize. I will never do that again. This is dying. I could maybe try going back to the Flash player, see if that makes a difference. I don't think it's anything on my end.
And gold. Great. Let me just turn those medals into points for you.
I wonder if the acronyms are completely randomized, so like you could get any combination of letters.
And we're finished. Show me those final scores.
Fairy wins. Her reward for winning is beginning to die. Such is life. Somebody got second. I think Tim got third. Alright, let's do another round, I guess. And then, or should we go to straight to TKO? I will let you all decide that. I'm good for either. I don't know if maybe Tim wants to see TKO or some of the other games, or if just Quiplash is fine. Another round. One more, alright. Seems like the jury says Quiplash. The code is HFPF. Alright, we got a full house. Oh, I can't really wait for you because it's already filled up, unfortunately.
Welcome to Schmitty. I'm Whiplash. I'm sorry.
You can join in the audience, though, if you want, and
I don't want to make
contribute,
this weird, but
give some of us some points.
secret crush. I know. Try not to freak out. This is round one. The more folks who choose your answer, the more points you get. Go. Folks in the audience can try the audience play along while we wait for our players to finish.
Yeah, TKO still has 8 spaces, and I can't really save any spots for any people in particular. It's first come, first serve.
Okay, here we go.
You're super greedy and always play. I'm also super greedy and always play, although granted I'm streaming, so I kind of have to always play. Bumper sticker a nudist would have. No sticker for the irony of it all. Or, honk if you enjoy being nude in public. Seems like a bumper sticker a nudist would actually have. Honk for being nude in public. Being nude in public and cholera. Actually the same thing.
Next on deck, the title of the book that's never checked out at the library.
Microwave cooking for one. People go to libraries, or How to Sound Like Gilbert Gottfried. Now, I would check that book out. I would like to sound like Gilbert Gottfried. Well, not really, but... he has a very unique voice. That is interesting. I have, like, the exact opposite of his voice.
Next on the list, the brand name of a patriotic line of diapers. It's voting time.
It's a patriotic line of diapers. We have Underwearica or the US of Anti-P. You're an internet commentator and you're here to tell me about the appropriate uses of irony. Oh man. Yay.
Moving on, the greatest part about having lots and lots of back hair.
You can never lack floss, or there is none. There are no benefits to having back hair. Linguino ones.
Your next prompt is, the only way to truly kill a bedbug is to blank.
There's only one way. You can destroy it emotionally, or you can settle it and smash. Remember when people said that like a year ago? Or, no, that was 2 years ago now. Wow, time flies. I think Tim did have the better answer there.
Next on the hopper,
Yeah, I was a toddler back when Smash 4 came out.
wooden teeth.
A young
Time to vote.
18-year-old toddler. George Washington's biggest complaint about having wooden teeth was that he didn't have wood teeth. This is incorrect. Or that the splints hurt. Which answer was better? You know how to settle this. The audience going away from what literally everyone else said.
Up next,
But Spot, yes.
somebody's cast.
I will definitely vote for your historical butt in this upcoming election. An appropriate thing to write in someone's cast is, I didn't know they made penis casts, or you probably deserve this anyway. That sucks. You didn't vote, you were too busy laughing. Yeah, laughing can occupy a lot of your time.
You might see in Texas, blank on a stick.
Oh man. Stuff on a stick,
Put in your vote.
or various fried foods on a stick. Well, come on, Tim. You've got to give that butt back to Butt Spot. Stuff. I like stuff on a stick. That's not the winner.
Round one's done. Let's see who's in the lead.
Probably not me, I would guess. Tim is in the lead, alright.
Here comes round two.
But
Hey, if you like round
still
one,
plenty of points to be handed out.
I got the round for you. Attention audience, while you wait for these annoyingly slow players, why not try the audience play along?
You put an offensive one. Oh no.
Let's put up those quips. First, a sign your marriage may be falling apart.
A sign your marriage may be falling apart. You discover your wife is actually a sea slug. Oh, I hate when that happens. Or, message read, but no reply. It's like a sad 5-word poem. If it's racist, the anthropologists in the chat won't pick it, but the Formula One fans will. For sale, text messages never read. Gingivitis. Or is this pasta gluten-free? I mean, if a ghost whispered gingivitis in my ear, I mean, ignore the fact that the ghost existing in the first place would be weird. You know, ignore that part, just gingivitis, just one word, that's it, and then he goes away. Like, that would be very strange. Automatic money dispenser or thigh slimming shapewear. Yeah, once you become that rich, people just give you free money so you can continue being more rich. Or like you're a billionaire with a lot of money and you have other friends that are billionaires but with not quite as much money. You can give them some money with your automatic money dispenser, but thigh slimming shapewear has won. I think that might be the first time I've seen a safety question win.
And next is a weird thing for Peyton Manning to endorse.
Any presidential candidate. Pizza Hut or video games. I don't think either of those are actually that weird. I mean, I guess like endorsing all of video games would be weird, but like I could totally see Peyton Manning do a commercial for Pizza Hut. What is the safety quip? It's when you can't think of something, so you have the game come up with an answer for you, and you get half credits. Oh, does Peyton Manning actually own a bunch of Papa John's? Well, in that case, it might be weird to endorse Pizza Hut. Don't take any wooden teeth, even if Washington didn't have them. Or, don't take any wooden sad tuba. A wooden sad tuba. Never heard of such a thing before. Oh, you have a quiplash, or yeah, it's called a quiplash, right? Super quiplash.
Next in line, conspiracy alert.
Uh-oh. Aliens are really upset about the Walking Dead premiere. Or, aliens are delicious. Well, I mean, I have not watched The Walking Dead, but I've heard it was a very divisive premiere. Didn't Futurama do an episode about this? I don't know. I have not seen much of Futurama. Again, the audience Going against the crowd. Mine is pretty good. How about yours?
Good reason to give a restaurant a 0-star review.
They killed the wife and overcooked the pasta. I mean, killing the wife is one thing, but oh man, if you overcook that pasta, you are done for. Or the waiter assumed my pronouns. How dare he? Dottie prevented the quiplash, that's true. Was the pasta gluten-free? Yeah, that's the real important question.
Moving on. Tip, take your large movie theater beverage cup home and use it for blank.
Use it for taking a bath
On your
in.
devices.
Use it for drinking beer in secret, or for yet more beverages. You know, you could throw in some lemonade, some iced tea. If we want to get really radical, fruit punch, man. Put in some high C, Capri Sun. Well, I mean, those movie theater cups are really large. You could probably take a bath in one of those if you're a particularly small person.
That's all for round 2. Light up that
Yeah, yet more beverages has a kind of funny sounding ring to it. Semi, please don't murder your cat. Tim is still in the lead.
That's right, it's round 3.
Guido's in second.
Flash. Look alive because you're all getting the same prompt this time.
Oh, it's a comic.
Fill in this comic.
This is very similar to one of the prompts we had. I wonder how many similar answers we're gonna have. How does the final lash work in this game? There are several different modes, I guess, that you can have. You can have the comic one like this. There's Acrolash, where you're given an acronym and you have to like write out the full initials for it. So we put gingivitis before you could. Oh, if two people put the same answer, does it not allow that? I guess it couldn't. That would be strange if it did.
All right, brace yourselves. Choose the medal-winning quips.
What's the ghost saying? I need to know if the pasta is gluten-free. Gingivitis. Did you know you could save 15% with Geico? Because I do what I want. Why are you haunting us? Is this pasta gluten-free? The pasta wasn't gluten-free. Or gingivitis. The people decide what the state of the pasta was, yes. Like, you know, America has the State of the Union. This chat has the state of the pasta.
Okay, everyone, let's see who got those medals. Bronze.
Reading these is like being on the outside of a group of friends who didn't get the
And
joke.
now the gold.
Pretty much.
Now let's turn those medals
So
into
if you didn't see
points.
that one prompt, most of these answers will make no sense. Who is the winner?
And let's see the
Did
final
Tim
score.
hold on? Yes. Tim wins. Good job. And I got second. What are those medals for in the final lash? You get to pick your top 3 favorite. Gold is for your first favorite, silver is your second favorite, bronze is your third favorite. Tim has proven himself to be the funniest person in this chat, or at least the least unfunny person in this chat. The game was rigged. Alright. Let's do TKO unless people object to that. TKO, TKO. We have the funniest people. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's really much I can do about the stream running like garbage. Definitely doesn't seem to be on my end, because I don't think anyone else is complaining. Yeah, maybe trying another stream is something to do. Alright. Should I wait a minute to start in case Tim wants to play, if he's not seeing the stream right now? Such are the choices that the streamer has to make when he streams a stream. You cannot draw, so you're hype. That's the best type of person. Start now. Alright. Let's go. VDJM is your code. Alright. So let me explain the rules, which is to say, there aren't many. So, oh, Tim says he doesn't need the rules. Okay, I'm not explaining anything then. So yeah, you can pick whatever character you want to be. I swear there was a penguin earlier, but I do not see any penguin here. I swear I was watching a stream or something yesterday, and I swear someone was a penguin. Or maybe that was this stream, I don't know. But I don't see a penguin here, so maybe I'm hallucinating. But yeah, basically you have 2 minutes to draw a drawing, and it can be anything you want. And then you have another 2 minutes to draw another random drawing that can be anything you want. Then you have 1 minute to make as many prompts as you want. That can, again, be anything you want. There's, like, no rules whatsoever. Just try not to be too inappropriate. And then you're given 2 random drawings and 3 random quotes, and you have to mix and match them to create the funniest combination, and then everyone votes on them. Alright, let's go. Yeah, there's no way for me to guarantee anyone gets a slot in, unfortunately.
Not the golf one, the one where t-shirts fight each other. Golf is ridiculous. Feast your eyes on beautiful T-shirt Island. I call it that because it's kind of shaped like a t-shirt.
It cut out, so you didn't hear half of that. Okay, basically the rules are there are no rules. Do anything. That's like literally the rules to this game. And just make the funny things happen.
Welcome to the training grounds. You will use your device to draw 2 drawings. You may draw whatever you wish, and if your wish is to know what to draw, hit the suggestion button. Begin your first drawing now. While our contestants train, anyone watching the tournament can join the audience to submit your own suggestions and affect the outcome of the game.
Coloring in things, and this is kind of weird. At least it is on the touch screen, because it's hard to see exactly where you're touching. Probably not as hard if you're doing it on a computer with the mouse.
Only seconds remain.
Oh no, I've been unfollowed. This is such a tragedy. In the day of tin and ceiling streaming history.
Begin drawing 2.
If you didn't finish your drawing in time, it saves it for the next drawing, so you can at least get one in, which is a nice feature. Yeah, you also have to manually press submit for the drawing to go through. That's a good point, Pinguino.
That time is not for decoration. Finish quickly.
There you go. Can Topo finish in 2 seconds? No. Wah, wah.
Yes, I think we can work with these. For your last exercise, you will write as many slogans or phrases as you can. These have nothing to do with your drawing, so just put those out of your mind. And there's no shame in hitting the suggestion button if you need it. Go! Keep those slogans coming. Make haste before time runs out. Nice hustle. Let's find out if it was worth it.
And yes, like Yakov said, you can write as many as you want.
You have a series of drawings and slogans at your disposal. Choose one of each to make the best t-shirt champion that you can. Don't phone it in.
So now you just choose between 2 of the drawings you've been randomly given and 3 of the slogans that you've been randomly given, and choose the funniest combination. Also, again, I've chosen picture 1, slogan 1. That happens a lot for me. I don't know if it does for other people. Yeah, all the icons in this game are really cute. I really like the graphical style they used for this one. The umbrella is creepy. The umbrella's a weird design choice, I would say, with mostly animals. And hey, let's throw in this umbrella.
Lovely. I hope you're ready. Let the tournament begin.
Yeah, Pyro's thing is a kappa, the Japanese kappa, not the Twitch kappa. Hey, it's a Dreamcast, which is not for use in the state of California. Or, it's Tim, who is pretty much a god.
Using your devices too good.
Which one of these is funnier? Jackbox TV is giving you issues. It's been fine for me so far. Is that Dutch Tim? It is. It does kind of look like Dutch Tim. Also, you can literally buy these shirts. Which is a very cool idea. God Tim is funnier than Dreamcast that's illegal in California. But how does he compare to this guy who will wear anything with a meme on it? Yeah, the colors are kind of limited, but you still get a lot more colors than you do in like Drawful 2. Where you have a grand total of 2 colors, light and dark. So this is still an improvement over that. And I mean, they can't really get it so complicated.
Versus.
Oh, the lag. Too many lines in that pizza. Please do not refresh your stream. This is the game lagging. Not Twitch being bad. Don't vote for lag. It's so laggy. Vote is for not lag. Hooray. The lag has been eliminated. We've defeated lag. So we have Tim, who is pretty much a god, or we have this guy, who says that Tim is better than Tin. both of these shirts promoting Tim. Yes, this has the same bug as Drawful 2 for lag drawings. Which is unfortunate. Oh, that was a close one. But God, Tim prevails.
A new chapter appears.
It's a worm popping out of an apple to hail Satan. Does reducing quality reduce lag time? No, not really. It just helps if your internet connection is worse, because it doesn't have to transfer as much data. Hail Satan has defeated God Tim. Now Satan Worm has to face free pizza or burning money. They're the same thing when you get right down to it. Hail Satan wins again. Although God Tim will still make it to the finals because it had a really big streak. Had like a 4 or 5 streak. Hail Satan versus I Feel Nothing. Heart, smiley face. Nothing is funny. And we will all someday die. So it's a very comprehensive shirt you got there. Is this Tim's slogan? I wouldn't be surprised. Hail Satan wins. Wow. I thought that shirt would have won. I was wrong.
Oh, you winners look good. How about a training break?
So we'll see those shirts again. But now we gotta make some more shirts first.
Use your devices to enter one new drawing and as many new slogans as you wish. Really put your back into it. Go! Those of you watching the tournament don't have to wait another 100 years to get in on the fun. Join the audience to submit suggestions and affect the game.
My shirt is actually your slogan and your drawing. That's pretty cool. You tried to draw a creepy, but it's hard to do when you can't color in. Yeah. I mean, I guess you can color in this game, but it's difficult.
Time grows short. Hurry up and finish already. Start writing.
Oh yeah, causing a ton of lag, that's not good either.
Make haste before time runs out. The second gauntlet.
Tim's given us a lot of slogans, but not a lot of drawings.
And slogans. You know what to do. Make a shirt.
Yeah, I gotta make a shirt. Oh, well, I got my own drawing. I didn't know that was possible. And unfortunately, the drawing I drew was a really bad drawing that I can't do anything with. Again, drawing 1, caption 1, I think that's my best shot.
Good luck. Gauntlet 2.
Give cash to that person, it's a very creepy person. Versus Happy Son that embraces death. I like how all the Happy Son shirts we've had so far have been like, I want to die, from the caption. Oh man! Give cash to this person, beat the sun.
Let's just say this one wins.
Oh no, it didn't. They give it to... Okay, so the first round he gives it to a random one, because there is no champion. That's fair.
Versus...
Scumbag Steve wishes he were dead. Well, go talk to the sun. He'll give you some advice. Can't tell if you're seriously worried or if you're kind of jokingly worried.
A new challenger appears.
But it's good to be slightly worried about everything all the time, except not really.
Engage one another in
And you
fight.
can be both, indeed. Again, 3 for 3 for depressing slogans. Depression is a laughing matter, according to Drew Pickles. I think Mr. Pickles has won. It's also given us a bit of lag, but not too much.
Versus
Somebody kind of wants that. Versus Beep Boop. It's a robot going Beep Boop. I mean, you can't get more accurate than that. But then you also have to battle that up against depressing Drew Pickles. It's a tough choice. Yeah, that's a pretty great slogan for Drew. He beats the robot. Now he's up against... Life is meaningless and suffering is eternal. 4 for 5, I think, now for depressing slogans. I mean, wow. If that doesn't take you straight to the abyss, what will? Eventually, we're going to play this game so much that all the slogans will be inside jokes. I think we're going to play this game so much that all of our slogans are just going to be, I want to die. Why are we all sad? That's a good question. One that I don't have a particularly good answer for. For God's sake! We haven't had this many slogans about death before. What gives now? Come on, Drew Pickles, I'm rooting for you. Is this round just death? Well, there's the robot that went beep boop. But maybe that meant death in a robot-ese. Anyway, we're 5 for 6 in depressing slogans. Do I save my streams? Yes, I save all of them. That cat is 100% gluten-free. And it comes with a complimentary mustache. So it's somebody's picture, but not her slogan. You would think it would be her slogan, but it's not. Let's go, Drew. Drew wins. Take us home, Drew. Got one more shirt to beat. Oh, no, we don't. I lied.
winner.
Alrighty, so now the winning shirts from both events battle each other to find the winningest shirt.
The tournament ends here.
We've got God Tim versus Drew Pickles. I don't know which one I picked. I tapped right in between the two answers. Hooray for inaccurate taps. How many shirts move on to the final round? It varies. It can be anywhere between 2 and 4 because the gauntlet winner moves on as well as the streak winner. But if the gauntlet winner is also the streak winner, then it's only 1 shirt that moves on. Oh good, I voted for the one I wanted to vote for, but I still lost. It was close though. Drew Pickles versus Hail Satan. Can Drew Pickles laugh about depression to victory? Or will the worm summon Satan all the way to the winner's circle? You think Drew just wins totally? Seems that way, it hasn't lost yet. Aw. I spoke too soon. Drew just won. No, Drew just lost. Satan Worm is the victory. And Tin Can't Win is Fairynism's winning slogan.
Oh, talk about wedding country.
What a twist. Tim was the best writer. I thought Drew Pickles was gonna have it. Alrighty, I want to do another round of TKO. Because I kind of want to do another round of TKO. So let's do another round of TKO. You'll sit the next one out, alright. GONW is the code. It's like almost Gone with the Wind, but not really. Yeah, whenever I say short stream, it ends up not being a short stream. I should probably stop saying that. Alrighty, you gotta get in really quickly, Rainy, if you want to play. Zombie Monkey got in before you. Alright. Looks like you have to join the audience. Sorry, Rainy. But there's not enough room for everyone, unfortunately. Hey, Zombie Monkey, how are you doing? And also, Dottie made it in, finally.
Welcome to TKO. I am the Tournament Master. Just an FYI, the elixir that gives me eternal life is beginning to affect the speech center of my brain, so if I use the wrong porcupine, that's why. I brought you here to T-Shirt Island to make funny T-shirts and to chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum.
Oh no. Now we're forced to make T-shirts forever. Let's go.
Drawing time is upon us. Begin. For the chosen few prepared for that, tournament spectators can get in on the fun by joining the audience. Submit suggestions and vote for the best shirts.
I am an incredible drawer. The master of drawing. Except not really. Your drawing is dedicated to Fairy. Wonder what it is. Wonder if we'll ever get to see it. Tim went online. Presumably on Stereotone.
Interesting. I get what you were going for with these, but this time I want to see more colors. Begin your second drawings.
Alright, let's draw again. This, by the way, this will probably be the last game I play tonight. Because I still can't stay up that late. And also, my phone is running out of battery, so... How much battery? Oh yeah, I need to give you constant battery updates. We were running at 14%. Should be enough for this stream, or for this game. Someone suggested to draw Zaboomafoo. I remember that show. That was a great show. Although the only thing I remember about it was how the lemur would open the door and then all the things would fall on the hosts every time. I do own a charger, but it's effort to charge my phone. I have to plug it in.
Now make with the funny slogans. Go!
Slogan time.
I'm looking for like 3 or 4 from each of you. That seems doable? Just give it a shot. That time is not the decoration. Finish quickly.
Tim's just doing a network test. Oh. Well, I mean, network tests can be very interesting to watch, so... I mean, I have really good drawing, but I don't have any good slogans to go with it. I'm always last on this. I'm too indecisive.
Fantastic. The moment has come. Let the tournament begin.
Does anyone remember 100 Deeds for Eddie McDowell? I have no idea what you're talking about. 10 out of 10 leaked Gen 9 Pokemon versus I Am Become Butt, Destroyer of Butts. It's a very weirdly shaped butt, but you know, all butts should be loved equally. Is Sun and Moon Gen 7 or Gen 8? It's Gen 7, right?
Versus
Pac-Man Ghost is not your beautiful house. That's a true statement. I cannot argue that. Cannot formulate a rational argument, but that wouldn't stop the Republican Party from arguing about it anyway. But, sis, don't worry, it wouldn't stop the Democrats from doing it either. This is not my beautiful house. Did someone say Blur? Blur is a pretty good game on the 360. It was like Mario Kart but with real cars.
A new challenger appears.
Oni-chan
Fire.
with this weird person with hair going to one side. Blue, I'm sure there is a band named Blue. I won't argue that. There's also a band called Blue BLEU, which had a song in the game Project Gotham Racing 2, which was developed by Bizarre Creations, which is the same developer that developed the game Blur. So, see, we found relationships between these bands. Fire has a good shirt there. It could go all the way, or it could get beaten out by Swag Banana 666. Who was also a song by Eiffel 65. That's true. I've never listened to any other Eiffel 65 song. I can imagine some of their songs being pretty terrible.
A new challenger appears.
Next up is... what the heck is that?
Fight.
I mean, are those flames? Is that a giant onion? How am I supposed to know? Pinguino says it's ponies. Doesn't look like ponies. The audience makes the final decision there. They all go for Pac-Man Ghost. Is it easier to draw on your phone than on a computer? I would say it's easier to draw on the computer because you have the mouse pointer so you can see exactly where you're drawing. That t-shirt is bad. Don't vote for it. Now when it says that, is it referring to the other t-shirt or the t-shirt that the slogan is on? I don't know. Pac-Man takes it again.
A new challenger appears.
Another challenger. Oh man.
Engage one another in violence.
Now that's an interesting cereal. I mean, when you eat hentai O's, you have no idea who the father's gonna be. Could be so many people. Ah, hentai O's takes victory. It has beaten out the ghost. I'm sure you could get a t-shirt printed of that ghost. I mean, there's nothing explicitly saying it's from Pac-Man.
Like a good time for a training break.
See, all you have to do is just make something vaguely porn-related, and then you win automatically. That's the lesson we've learned from today.
I believe in you. Go. Watching the tournament but wish you were playing along? Join the audience and affect the outcome of the game.
That is the most lopsided circle I've ever drawn in my life. I like it. What are you waiting for? Draw, 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 draw. See, Pinguino is, Pyoro is funny. I mean, Pinguino is too, but Pyoro is more funny. Clearly because he got a higher streak than Pinguino's shirt did. Average Joe. A normal Joe. I wonder what an unusual Joe would look like. I guess you have to use your imagination for that.
May want to finish up.
Viva Pinata, that was a game. Also a TV series. I liked the TV series a lot back in the day. This game seems to be improved by awful drawings. I would agree with that.
Create your deadly t-shirt warrior.
Alright, time to make your shirt. What is that? Guess I'm sticking with drawing one. I'm taking the risky strategy of making the worst shirt possible. That is so bad, it might be good and get votes. Death will come to us all versus you disgrace your tribe. Sizzling steak is a reminder that the animal the steak was made out of died so that we could eat it. And that eventually we will die so that we can be eaten by God. That's how it works, right? Steak wins!
A new challenger appears.
Steak versus yes. Is that E.T.? Or is that one of the band members of the band Yes? Playing Roundabout live in concert? Yes. Yes, indeed. That does say yes. Yes wins. Does it win? Yes.
A new challenger appears.
Yes versus...
Go ahead and fight.
Oh my god. What is that? Like, what am I looking at? Left or right? Like, these are some of the weirdest and most nondescript shirts I have seen so far. Mouth facing left or mouth facing right?
Versus.
Oh. Okay. I feel bad for picking what I've picked. What's gonna win? Pregnant, sexy SpongeBob with Sonic is now the champion shirt.
Versus.
Versus what?
Fight.
It's some disembodied mouth eating a sushi, saying "Daddy, no." I hope to never hear the phrase "pregnant, sexy SpongeBob" ever again. Well, I hope I never have to say that phrase ever again. Daddy No takes the lead.
Versus. Fight each other.
Oh man, the two perfect shirts. Dad, you really gotta make up your mind here. Or rather, I've gotta make up my mind of my opinion of Daddy. Daddy No, by one vote, continues.
A new challenger appears.
And now it battles
Attack!
Is that a seductive SpongeBob face? I think it might be. But it's also the same as it ever was. Maybe SpongeBob has been sexy and pregnant all along, and we've never known it. That would be very creepy, in fact. It looks like SpongeBob is having a stroke. I feel like it's supposed to be a seductive SpongeBob, but how successful it is debatable. Streak winner is yes.
So it's come to this, the final gauntlet. Only the strongest ships from the previous rounds will compete, and only
Alrighty.
one will come out
Who will
on top.
become the champion of champions? Will it be This Is Not My Beautiful House? Or will it be Hentaios? They apparently can't write the word who's properly, as everyone is correcting it in the chat. Who will win? This Is Not My Beautiful House with a decisive victory this time. Even though Hentaios beat it before, people have changed their minds.
Versus
Now Pac-Man Ghost has to battle seductive SpongeBob. You would legit buy the Ghost shirt if you didn't already waste money on one of these. It's a pretty good shirt. I mean, it's not my beautiful house. It's my beautiful blue ghost. Another decisive victory. 9-2.
versus
And now it battles, yes.
engage in an altercation.
For the champion of champions. Do we have the blue ghost from Pac-Man or some green, weird-looking ET? Both characters from the early 80s, incidentally. Let's find out who won. I think Yes has it by 1 vote. Again, I thought the ghost would have had that one. Yes wins. Pyro is the Kappa.
Fun, you guys. We should do this more often.
Yeah, we should play this game more often. It's really fun. Although, granted, I've played it twice in 2 days. It's hard to play it more often than that. Alright, well, it's 12:30. I need to go to bed eventually. By eventually, I mean like now. So I don't feel like garbage tomorrow. Even though somehow I didn't feel like garbage today. I don't know how that worked. See, unfortunately, no Quiplash. It's getting late. I need to go to bed. So thank you all for watching. If you liked the stream, you can press the follow button that's up in the top right now for some reason instead of the bottom left. Or you can also not press that button if you didn't like the stream. That's something you can do. The joys of free will. anyhow, I'm off for the night. I probably won't stream until next week. I've got a boatload of homework to do. But we'll see. Maybe I'll stream instead of wasting time doing something else that I'll inevitably waste time doing. Anyhow, hope you all have a good night, and I will see you later.